Hi there from Sweden and welcome to whatever this is. I am going to put some music on shuffle and shuffle my cards here and have my freaks, my spirit guides, react to the music with oracle cards and tarot cards. And we'll see if we get a message from them. And wow. The energy for the reading today is the black egg, and I say wow because it was the energy for the last reading I did as well. The black egg is the throat chakra. So this will be something about speaking truth. Let's see where we end up. All right, bloop, bloop, bloop. Yes, this will indeed be about a truth. I'm sure of it. This is a message from Garbage with the Get Out of My Face, also known as Bad Kitty. And the reason why I think it will be about a truth is because they sing, you hold the power, but we hold the feeling. You've got your story and you're sticking to it, but we've got witnesses, and it's a long list. Uncharted Horizon and the Shackled Heart. Seven of Swords with the Cinderella. The Empress with the mother in Rapunzel. And the Hanged Man with the snake in the Jungle Book that might or might not be called Ka. I'm going to read these two cards and then I'm going to quickly say what I see here, and then I'm going to move on because I've learned from experience now that I usually start to read these first cards too soon and then the message changes some when I get more cards. But let's read. The Uncharted Horizon. This card is the call to embark on a journey, to embrace exploration and to step onto a new path. It signifies the profound decision to break the wheel of old cycles, routines, or expectations, initiating the transformative expedition of self-discovery into the unknown. And the Shackled Heart represent emotional constriction and an inability to feel joy or connection due to deep-seated sorrow or apathy. It's the feeling of being trapped within one's own emotional pain. And what I see here is somebody that wants to move towards something new. They want to step on a new path and break free of their old traumas, perhaps, but they are hindered in some way from doing so. And hindering them, I see here that there's a theft. We see Cinderella's shoe, and since the card Seven of Swords is about thefts, I think about the part of the story where other people are impersonating Cinderella and try to take her place. I get this feeling also because of the Empress in Rapunzel, it's the evil witch Gothel that uses Rapunzel's hair to keep her youth, and she keeps Rapunzel prisoner. And the hanged man here is looking at something from a different perspective. And with the eyes from Ka here, it feels like someone watching something that they shouldn't be watching. And that's a feeling I get, again, because of this theft here and because of someone blocking this free spirit here that is wants to venture somewhere new. Yes, Rapunzel wants to venture somewhere new, but she's stuck in the tower with the Empress holding her prisoner. But I shouldn't go too much into these cards, as I said, because the message always expands when I read more. The lyrics are rebellious with let me read. You won't respect us, we'll make you fear us. Don't mess with us, we're celebrating. We'll be the victors and the spoils are for the taking. If you can't join them, you gotta beat them. There is some, I get the feeling of, well, like the French Revolution or something. Like some people that have worked very hard for a long time under some ruler, but the ruler is a tyrant. Yearning. Again, I feel like this is the soul that is shackled, that is yearning. I don't think this is Garbage. Is it Shirley Temple who sings in Garbage? I hope I remember correctly. I don't think this is them. This is someone that they are singing about. Remember, we are here today with the truth. I've learned to recognize these readings now that are messages from the musicians and not to the musicians. So this is a message. This is a message from them about someone that they are singing about, maybe the one that they are celebrating, that the emperor or whatever we shall call the ruler don't want them to celebrate. Ace of Cups and Nine of Swords and Four of Cups. I struggle to see the message, though I see that it is very clear. That's maybe a weird thing to say. So I see that there's a clear story, but I don't understand what it is. This is new love. This is anxiety, and this is feeling restless inside, feeling longing for something. I'm gonna bring out another deck with the fairy tales and see if I can clarify. The lyrics feel so super relevant to this story. I think we are doing a lyrics translation right now. Fairness, I'm reading the lyrics now. Fairness is meaningless, you have your prejudice. You loathe sweetness, that's here in the Ace of Cups, and you call it weakness. You cling to all your hate, we tremble and we shake. Like trees we bend, you won't break us. There is something very relevant here in the lyrics. Relevant, I mean, to the truth, if I can get the card, relevant to this. The lyrics is about defending the heart, and here we have Sita of the Ramayana falling out. That's an Indian story, Hindu perhaps. This is the person that is shackled here in this yearning. Sita, she was kidnapped by someone, and the one that kidnapped her wanted her to marry him, but she refused. And when eventually she was saved, there was rumors that she had been impure with, to use language from like the 18th century, that she had been sleeping with this man, and to prove her innocence, to prove her virginity or purity, she had to take a test of fire where she had to walk through fire. And she did this. She walked through fire, and a fire god, Agni, saved her and proved her innocence. So Sita here is Rapunzel. The Queen of Swords. Oh, that is a horrid tale. The Five of Cups. That is an even more horrible tale. I only know one worse card in this deck, and that's an Eskimo tale. So, I'm sorry, not Eskimo. Inuit tale. Janus, the two-faced god. This is the story of Turandot, and I will have to read parts of this because it's complex. And to do that, let's just put it here. She was a princess that hated all men, and she didn't want to marry. So she had every man that wanted to marry her answer 3 riddles, and if they couldn't answer, she beheaded them, or had them beheaded. I assume she didn't do it herself. Then there came a prince that answered all the 3 riddles correctly. And this made her so furious that she begged her father to not be forced to keep her promise and marry the prince that had answered the riddles. And the solution in the end was that the prince said that if she could figure out his name before dawn, she was free to kill him. But nobody knew his name, and she asked everyone and nobody knew. In the end, they found a servant of his, and they tortured the servant, and the servant wouldn't say the name, but after much torture, the servant said that the prince's name was Love. And as a side note, to make this story even more horrible, the servant then proceeds to kill themselves. Then let me read the ending. Princess Turandot, in a riot of confused emotions of love and hate, asked the prince to leave. Instead, he told her his name, Prince Kalaf, son of Timur. As dawn rose, the emperor asked Princess Turandot for the prince's name. She called him Love, and they were soon wed. This story is from Beneath the Moon by Yoshitani. The story itself is a traditional story, but she has written a summary of it here. So to summarize, Turandot is someone that hates men and has them answer riddles, and if they can't answer the riddle, they get beheaded. Then this horrible story is about the La Llorona. It's a Mexican story about a woman who her husband betrayed her and she became jealous, and in that grief she drowned their 2 sons. And when she realized what she had done, she drowned herself, but at the gates of the afterlife she were denied entry. And now she keeps roaming the river side looking for her children. I mean, roaming as a ghost. She also kidnaps children who travel alone at night and drowns them to replace her own children. And Janus, in this context of this reading, is just about someone being two-faced. So we have a yearning, not journeying. We have a yearning, a theft, someone held prisoner, being watched, being undergoing a trial to prove their innocence. What was the lyrics again? Fairness is meaningless. You have your prejudice. You loathe sweetness and you call it weakness. There has been a trial here. Someone was supposed to prove themselves, but there was no justice in that trial. Though within the story, they get divine justice. This entity, the one with the riddles, is the one Garbage is rioting against. They are two-faced and they are drowning children. They are spying, they are holding prisoners, and they are stealing identities. I feel like they enter people's lives, happy people that are content. This might be this yearning person. And they bring them pain, anxiety, a dead cat on their bed. They come to drown their children. And what was this again? It feels like they do this casually. They just throw love away as a pastime. They're bored. This entity is just bored. And in their boredom, they treat people in a despicable manner. And that's why Garbage has this angry energy in the song, the angry lyrics, the riot, the revolution. They want to celebrate. I mean, Garbage want to celebrate the love. They want to celebrate this. But they are held back from that by this Queen of Swords, the one with the riddles beheading people. That wasn't exactly happy-go-lucky, so where do we go from here? I just dropped half the deck on the floor and lightning flew out. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Come as you are, authenticity, individuality, and uniqueness. Quill, get back to the basics, and Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Okay, this is weird because I drew these cards wishing for some guidance, but I think they actually act as tarot card usually does, and I think they tell about this entity that went through fire. It tells about how they came as they were. They were authentic, and that hit this Queen of Swords like a lightning bolt. I think they were a writer. This person was writing, and they showed a new pathway, a new way. The energy, the overall energy for this collective that has been under the thrall of this Queen of Swords, the overall energy for that collective was this. It was a bored collective that felt stuck. But then this person came in with their Ace of Cups, with their heart on their sleeve, and they were authentic. They came as they were, and that struck like a lightning bolt. That feels like the story here. How do we tie this together? Do we even have to? Maybe it's tied together enough already. Let's see if I can find a proper deck for the last bit. Some final words on this lyric summarizing from my freaks. Above authenticity, we get another card for authenticity. Yes, authenticity. Never mind. You know what? This is the ending of the story, and I don't think that Charlotte knows the ending of the story. I truly hope I get the singer's name correct. Either way, this is the ending of the story of the person who went through the trial. She, with time, she found freedom, and trygghet is safety. This person found their freedom, authenticity, and safety with the time. So in case you don't know the end of the story, in case you are still stuck in this energy of all the horrible things that happened here with the La Llorona and all of this, the ending is that all is well. That is what we got for today. We got a story time from this lyric, from this music, from these lyrics, and from these cards. And I don't know if it made sense. the important thing is, I guess, that if it makes sense to the people involved in making this song, then this is confirmation to them that they are being watched by a higher power that knows everything they are going through. They see your anger and they know what is happening. And remember that the divine stepped in and helped this woman. The divine is a very prominent presence in all of this. The divine is what struck as like a lightning bolt. All right. I think I'll wrap up here. Thank you for joining me today in whatever this was. I never know what ride they will bring me on. My freaks. But I love them and they love me and they love you too. That's the way of things. Again, thank you, and I hope you have a lovely day or evening or night, morning, wherever you're at. Have a good one. See you in the next one. All right. Bye bye.